Welcome back to What Do You Watch? I'm Mark Kovacevic.
I'm Geoffrey Kawakami. We just got out of watching Guardians of the Galaxy in the theaters.
Like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, like we literally turned the camera on and started recording, so it should be fun.
So you guys are going to get our initial reactions just straight off. We're going to review it. We don't really give scores because everybody else gives scores, so. Yep.
I enjoyed it. It's the best score that you're going to get from me.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Best score you're going to get from me is better than Avengers.
That's, yeah, I don't, we might
He
have
doesn't
to
agree
shut
with
this off right now because of that.
But I'm saying that right here, right now.
Words, I'm gonna have to hit them. I mean, do they know what it's about? I mean, I don't.
People know what it's about. It's about
the Guardians of the Galaxy,
yeah.
Which I thought was interesting. You know, it's been done before, but it's the Guardians of the Galaxy, but they don't call themselves. They're not a team. They don't call themselves Guardians of the Galaxy. They're kind of thrown together in prison, and they end up saving the world together, or a world together, since it's not Terra or whatever they call Earth in this universe. But you know, it was a good cast. Chris Pratt played Star-Lord. Zoe Saldana plays Gamora. Where was the topless shirt with her naked back from the trailers? That's what I want to know.
Green.
I was looking to
boobies.
that. I was looking for that the whole movie, you know. But yeah, Batista. We were talking about it. He's stiff. He's, you know, kind of awkward on camera, but he's kind of supposed to be
playing a half-wit, okay? He's supposed to be kind of like not too intelligent, but kind of...
Yeah, like he's an organic being, but he's robotic in a way. They actually really, I did not like the changes that they made to his character. I don't know if you're too familiar with him from the comics. He's an organic life being that's created by Thanos' father, I believe, just to kill Thanos. Like, that's his whole mission in life.
They did throw a little cameo
at the end where he's like, okay, now I gotta kill Thanos, but
yeah,
just because, but he's still because of his wife and child, not because he's just this like the cool thing about Drax the Destroyer.
Maybe it was an implants in memory, man. Okay, there's all kinds of bullshit going on in this movie that's like new shit.
It could
like
be,
anything could go.
And I'm usually not one to just sit there and pick through it and go, this was different from the comics, and this was different from the comics, and this was different from the comics. I hate that because it's a new movie. You have to make changes. You have to make it fresh, even for regular comic book readers to go in and watch and see something new. That said, there were a lot of cameos. You got Cosmo, the dog in the astronaut suit. He's straight out of the comics. Nowhere the head of the Celestial is straight out of the comics. Any other cameo? Oh,
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck. Spoiler
alert.
Yeah, rot with spoilers. Like, don't watch this if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, just right now, spoiler alert.
I've been wanting a Howard the Duck movie though.
Another one?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But they could actually do like a CGI. I mean, Rocket looked good, man. Rocket and Groot looked really good.
Yeah, I thought like Groot especially.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Rocket was great as well. It really did kind of look like a real raccoon. I mean, obviously your mind, you know, sees it and is obviously like, this is not real, but it still looked really good. All the hair on him was very, very well done. Groot.
We did see it in 3D. I mean, it might not look, because 3D you do lose a little bit of the detail when you get you know, the pop of the 3D. So you know, I don't know what it's gonna look like out of 3D, but I thought they did a really good job on the CGI characters.
Yeah, the 3D was. You don't need to see this movie in 3D, as I would say for most movies, because the converted 3D is just, I mean, just I really liked. I thought Rocket Raccoon just kind of stole it. I thought Rocket really stole it. Bradley Cooper did a really good job with the voice. You can hardly even tell it's him. He like doesn't do his generic voice. He kind of like gives us a little something else.
It sounded like a mix of Bradley Cooper and George Costanza to me.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, I thought it was well done. Groot. I mean, obviously Vin Diesel is the best actor in this entire movie. Gonna get the Oscar. Gonna get that Oscar. And you know, it's amazing. Oscar nominations right there.
I mean, he did. You know, they did the I am Groot thing, and that's all he can say. But he does like different kind of variations on it, and
that
like
any voice actor could do. Let's be honest. Vin Diesel was attached to this project because, well, one, Vin Diesel probably just wanted to be part of a superhero movie, and two, they wanted another big name on it. I mean, it really did bring people. People were like, oh, like I've seen it. I've been seeing Guardians of the Galaxy labeled as the new Vin Diesel movie. in the international trailer has it as it's listed as the new Vin Diesel movie. Because no one across seas knows who Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt is not that known. I mean, Lee Pace, he's known, but like, I mean, he's Ronin anyway. He's totally characterized.
Zoe Saldana's known, but like
recently known though.
Recently known, yeah. So, it's like Star Trek really brought that out. And,
Batista, I mean, you know him from
wrestling.
Josh Brolin is Thanos, but he only has like a small role. You know.
I was happy to see him though. We didn't get anything good in the post credit scenes. I mean, that's the one thing. This movie was really good, but the post credit scenes just fun. We got to see Howard the Duck, which I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Well, I mean, if I can just come out and say it, this whole thing had a very big Star Wars vibe for me, especially someone I did not read Guardians of the Galaxy comics, so I didn't know any of the backstory. And I mean, other than stuff I looked up online. But going in and you get thrown into a universe where nothing's explained, shit just frickin' happens, and that's what was great about the first Star Wars, is things just happened, they didn't try to explain it, they just took it as it was. And that's what I really liked about this, and there's all this expansive stuff that they showed and they don't explain at all, and that's really awesome. And then you have like Rocket coming in, Rocket and Groot is obviously a parallel between Han Solo and Chewbacca. Luke Skywalker got Star-Lord. I mean, the original name of Luke Skywalker was Starkiller, so I mean, there's these really big ties between this movie and this comic book and Star Wars. So that's like why I really liked about it. Alright, so I really liked the way that they actually finally defeated Ronin, which was pretty funny. Get stuck with the theme of the movie kind of flirting with action and comedy, because really what brought down Ronin at the end of it was Chris Pratt dancing.
Which really tied it to the beginning too, when he had that opening scene where he's dancing and kicking the little dinosaur.
Yeah. I mean, that was one of the best opening scenes from a Marvel movie I've seen. That was pretty hilarious.
And with the music and the thing, because like I knew that was going to be the opening scene just from the credits. Like that's the opening scene of the credits, and you can kind of tell that it's the opening scene of the movie. But the singing and the dancing made it not Indiana Jones. Like, it's separated, and it set the tone for the
movie. It did have a very Indiana Jones vibe.
Well, yeah, no, it absolutely did. That's why, that's why, that's what I'm saying, is that it did, but it wasn't exactly, because they put this dancing, kind of like making fun of themselves scene on it, because it's not like he's dancing because he's Channing Tatum and like everyone's like, oh, look at him dancing. It's he's dancing for a laugh. He's dancing to make it comedy, and it kind of sets the tone for the movie going forward. And then it ties together with how they beat the villain. What I was looking for going into this movie was the original Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a completely different team that no one has ever heard of. I wrote about it in my piece on the Avengers comic book moments from the Korvac saga. Yondu is actually from that team. That's where he comes from, so that's kind of a callback to the original Guardians of the Galaxy, but he was a good guy and not some thieving scoundrel guy.
With an arrow.
With an arrow. He had a bow and arrow. He's basically like a Hawkeye, but a blue alien. Yeah. He just had like a bow and arrow.
Is he controlling with that thing in his head?
No, he's just an archer, as far as I know.
He's just an archer, they give him some magic fucking...
Yeah, he has this like magic little arrow that... I mean, that was cool.
That was cool, but it seemed way too OP. It was just like, we got 20 guys on a ship. They're all dead now.
And like, why didn't he do that the whole time? Like, why wasn't it zipping out in the air battle? Like, why does he have to wait till... Maybe he can only control it a certain distance or something like that, but...
The only downside I really have on this movie, there are a couple things that just don't make sense, okay? Gamora out in space surviving is explained. Rocket's like, she has the implants. I mean, we do find out that Star-Lord is only half human and half like some ancient being, so maybe that's the reason he survived a little longer out in space. But I'm just going to tell you guys right now, there's something called science. And if you go out into space without a helmet or anything pressurized, it will not go well. Let's just say your eyes will not be in their sockets anymore.
Yeah, you don't just kind of like fall asleep after like a few minutes and then die. Like, you are dead.
You die.
Before you know anything.
You go out and you dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also did like this is literally setting up for Avengers 3. It's setting up that universe that It's like, look at all this stuff that's happening on Earth. Big deal, you guys are stopping some people. This is a guy who wants to destroy, like, the universe, basically, and everything in it. I mean, Thanos, you know, loves death. Literally. I mean, if you don't know, like, the actual person, the woman that is death in the comics, loves death. But, you know, the Avengers haven't seen this. The Avengers have no idea what the hell is going on, and we think they're such awesome heroes. And the thing is, every single one of the Avengers could, besides maybe, like, Groot, I'm pretty sure every single one of the Avengers could kick the crap out of Guardians of the Galaxy, like in a one-on-one fight without technology and shit.
I think Gamora would throw down on
Gamora might throw down, and
I think Captain America beats her, but I think she beats Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, we're starting to count Hawkeye and Black Widow as, like, real Avengers. Like, get the fuck out of here, okay? Get the fuck out of here. They're little bitches. And first of all, like, Green Arrow can outshoot the shit out of Hawkeye.
Whoa.
Green Arrow.
Whoa. What, I mean, what are you basing this on? Because
Stephen Amell has way sexier abs. That means archery skills. Done. Jesus, I'm done.
Oh, you just broke my
Plus,
heart.
Stephen Amell gets laid more. Well,
then Jeremy Renner?
In the show, at least. You know.
Jeremy Renner, I mean, Hawkeye...
He doesn't even bang Black Widow in the movie.
He throws down with, like, Iron Man and, like,
someone.
super bad villains like that. Green Arrow just shoots at street thugs. Like, doesn't throw down the way that Hawkeye throws down. Cosmic battles.
Iron Man would kill Hawkeye in 2 seconds.
I don't know.
He's got a little seeking rocket.
All it takes is an EMP arrow, and he's done.
So, they have officially announced Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and we saw it, that they will be returning, it says at the very end of the movie. Now, there are a lot of people trying to debate on what's going to be the next story. We're going to get another standalone Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Is someone from the Avengers going to join the Guardians of the Galaxy? There's been talk about a Planet Hulk adaptation that might end up getting Hulk, like, out into the fucking universe somewhere, and all this. I mean, something based on Planet Hulk, not actually Planet Hulk. I mean, Tony Stark has joined the Guardians of the Galaxy before in the comics, so I'd like to see some of the other personalities meld over a little bit. It'd be cool. It also just put that connection between Earth and the rest of the universe, which is kind of going on right now.
I would assume that Star-Lord's dad's going to show up in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah. No, I have no idea who that is. So maybe you do.
I don't actually know that. Nobody knows who Star-Lord is. Like, that's like and it's the running gag of the movie kind of thing that, like, nobody knows. But, like, in the comics he was introduced in, like, the 70s, and nobody paid attention to him. And then he showed up in the Annihilation series.
Alright guys, thanks for watching our Guardians of the Galaxy discussion review thing. We have a lot more content coming for you guys. We have This Week in Trailers every week. Please keep watching that. If you haven't checked out the Deadpool rant and you want to hear me rant about Deadpool for 2 minutes, go ahead and check that out. We also have a new member of the team. He's going to be doing a lot of sports stuff for us. We're probably doing a lot of stuff with Jeff as well. He's going to be doing some articles as well on top of that. All kinds of stuff. His name's David Kim, DK, the Heckler, and he'll have a video for you on Sunday, assuming I can edit it fast enough.
Thanks for watching.